Greetings, Uncle Travelling Matt here. I'm off on my next big adventure. This time I'm going to be exploring Israel and Jordan. Jordan's a country I've never been to before. Israel, of course, I used to live there, and so it'll be a bit of a trip home in some ways. However, before I get there, because I've booked some cheap flights to get there, I've got several hours transfer in Milan. So I'm going into the centre of Milan just to have a look round and see what I can find. So let's have a look at Milan. So I'm now in Milan Centrale station, which is actually one of the most beautiful stations in the world. It was built in the fascist period under Mussolini, and although I am no fascist, I have to say they have a certain amount of style. Look at the scale of this place. It's gorgeous. Greetings. So, after a full day of travelling, I am in Israel. This is my Airbnb apartment, which, as you can see, is pretty cool. Quite like it. 28 quid for the night. I thought that was pretty good. I'm in the old city in Beersheva. So, how's my first day been? Well, my explorations of Milan didn't really happen because I had less time in the city than I thought. And it took a lot longer to get into the city from the airport. So I basically went and had a look around the amazing central station, had a sandwich there, and then went back. And so I have been to Milan before. It didn't do that much for me, so it was never going to be a big thing anyway. But a bit of a shame I didn't see a bit more. But never mind. So, and I slept all the way back to the airport, and then I slept on most of the plane coming across. But I'm in Israel. I arrived safely, and I have to say, I always get a weird feeling when I go to Israel because I know it so well from when I was younger. This was basically where my first big travel experience happened 23 years ago, almost to the day. In fact, it may even be to the day that I arrived in Israel. It was in January 1997. I flew into Ben Gurion Airport, Tel Aviv. I was met by friends of my friend Paul, stayed for 3 nights in Tel Aviv, and then went down to Beersheba, which is what I've done now. Then went down to the kibbutz, which is what I'm not doing now, unfortunately. It's a shame because I would love to go to the kibbutz, but I don't have time. The journey today is very different because one thing that the Israelis have done in the meantime is totally radicalised their railway system. So now I take the train and it's loads easier. And I changed in Tel Aviv Hagana and got down to Beersheva far quicker than I would have done on the old Egged bus and far more comfortably. And what was really nice is on the journey, I sat opposite a young lady and we got chatting and she helped me work out the bus times for tomorrow. But we just had a nice little chat and it was a really nice kind of entry into the country. So, yeah, that was great. Never got a name, which is a shame. Yeah, so that's that. Beersheva, it's changed. Obviously, there's a railway station. I went into the bus station to try and work out, how to buy the tickets for tomorrow, and I didn't recognise the place. Beersheva bus station used to be, it was kind of an L shape of shops, and then it was open to the elements and the buses pulled up. Whereas now it's almost like a shopping mall because they've basically enclosed it. It's the same building, but they've enclosed it. So I was like, I was feeling very old and very like, oh, it's all changed. It's all different these days. What do I do? But I walked through the old city, which is not actually very old. It's 19th century Ottoman and it's falling down, and it was when I knew it back then. And I'm staying in this lovely little place. But I'm going to go to bed now because I didn't have a huge amount of sleep last night. And I'm not going to get a huge amount tonight because I'm going to get up early. I'm going to get down to Eilat. Have a little look around Eilat, which is another place I know from when I was on the kibbutz, when I was younger. And then I'm going to go into new territory for me. I'm going to cross the border, go into Jordan, go to Aqaba, and then make my way up to my accommodation for tomorrow night, which is in I forget the name of the place, it's Wadi something, and it's the town outside of Petra. And then, of course, after that, I'm going to be exploring Petra. So, keep travelling, and as they say in Israel, Shalom.